Most of my dreams end with me unmasking the executioner that's been chasing me all my life, only to find out that it's my face underneath that hood the entire time. But not my guitar amp dreams. No, sir. So I am very excited to talk about this new amp that I just bought. It is a Fender 65 Deluxe Reverb Reissue amp. My absolute dream amp. The cool thing is, it's reasonably priced. This was like $1,100, which, you know, is a lot of money, but I think for what it is, it's fantastic. I'm so excited that I was finally able to do it. I have been playing a Mesa 525, which I love that. That's a much more versatile amp, but for what this is, it's like a clean machine. Now, I'm not going to drive this amp at all during this video because that's not what this is meant for. I think this is just like the most beautiful, clean sounding Fender amp. I'm just going to play it a little bit. I think what's really cool is it has a vibrato channel, which you can independently control the reverb and kind of like some of the tremolo effect, which we're going to see right now. Let's start it off, right? So it's got a foot switch. I have the reverb on at like 3. And then the speed on like 5.5 and the intensity of the trum effect on like 6 each, right? And I mean, that's just like, that is my absolute dream sound of an amp. And it's really one of those gear purchases that you make that, like, I just want to sit here and I just want to play the entire time. And it's like the most beautiful thing ever. So I'm in love with this amp. Again, I don't want to say it's like better or worse than my Mesa 525. I think it's just totally just a completely different animal. It's tube driven. The great thing about the effects are also tube driven. So real quick, so clean, it sounds like this. Alright, so you can turn the reverb on. And again, it's that beautiful Fender reverb that, you know, some people love it and some people don't care for it as much just because it is a very heavy effect, even on like a smaller intensity. Like this is 3 out of 10, right? Let's dime it out. 10. Especially when you get that, if you do a lot of percussive kind of like, that's really not what it's for, but you can bring it all the way down tastefully to like 2. I think that's fine. Again, I like having it right around 3. That's just the reverb. You can bring in the vibrato. Oh, it's so good. You can bring in the intensity of it, so if you just want a little bit of it. A little bit. Bring it on. 3. Dimed out. And then you can also increase the speed of it. Again, I love it. It depends on, you know, the song of what you're playing and how you want to fit it into the tempo of whatever it is you're doing. Again, just for playing around, I kind of like having them both set around 5 or 6. Best, absolute best. I'm just playing an American Telecaster. It's chalk painted. If you've probably seen this on the channel. If you haven't seen this on the channel before, my mom actually chalk painted this. That's why it's not like one that you can just like buy or whatever. But again, Telecaster through a Fender 65 Reverb Reissue is just kind of like, it's like my ideal tone for what I think of when I think of, you know, myself as a player. And really, I think, aside from me just wanting to talk a little bit about this amp, it's more about just kind of like the entire journey of like finding your sound. Now, the thing I was actually debating between was getting this or a Princeton. Up until I did more research on it, I always thought that maybe like the Princeton reissue was the one that I really wanted. It's got a little bit of a smaller speaker, but I think this one, especially for, you know, dollar for dollar, it doesn't break up as quickly as the Princeton does, from what I've been told. I haven't had a whole lot of time with the Princeton, but Princeton is another absolutely fantastic amp that is kind of famous in this area. Now, the one thing is, this isn't the most quiet amp that you'll come across. You can even maybe hear a little bit of the vibrato effect when it's on. I don't know if you can kind of pick that up in the camera audio or not, but again, that's not what it's for. I think it's just when it comes to getting like a cool vintage sound that you can play around with, it's really the only thing that I've lusted for. And I have a lot of kind of different styles that I play in, but when it comes down to me, just like what I would like to do by myself, just me, no real massive pedal board stuff going on aside from just the foot switch, which is, again, like I said, the reverb and the vibrato. It's just such a mellow, relaxing thing. It has treble and bass controls too. I really have the bass up a little more on the treble. I think it sounds fantastic. Again, just wanted to kind of introduce you. You're going to be seeing a lot more of these of sound from this amp on the channel. I just have it mic'd up with a Shure SM7B going into Universal Audio 710 to infinity. I just can't stop playing it. It's amazing. So now I'm making you all listen to it with me. Great amp. Did not get this amp for free, just in case anybody wants to be like, oh, he's just trying to like hawk amps. I love the sound of Fender amps. I used to have a Fender Twin way back in the day that I had some like noise issues with, and that was actually kind of more amp than I could even really handle at the time. But this absolute dream amp. The tone is fantastic. Again, not gonna drive it because I'm treating it with kid gloves. This is gonna be the clean machine. The Mesa's still around on the other side of the room over there because that's I kind of prefer the grit and the dirt of the Mesa stuff. Kind of almost as a different thing. But for me, you know, Fender just does like the best clean stuff in the game as far as especially the mass-produced stuff goes. If you want to get into like boutique amps and stuff like that, go all for it. I am not an expert in that venue. If any boutique amp companies would like to send me stuff to try to sway me, I am open to it. But I just kind of wanted to show it off, and if you guys have any questions about it, let me know. There's two different channels. There's a normal one, which I will never use because I love the combination of the reverb with the vibrato trem effect. So it's going to stay plugged in to that second channel the entire time. So thanks for checking it out. If you guys have any questions, like I said, I'd be happy to answer them. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.